Said, no, she doesn't on the bed.
What? Well, okay. All right.
Can you open
You know what?
Not going to smack her down. What is it? Do you love it? What? I do like it. Can I help you out a little bit? Do we have something to wash that off a little bit, or we'll make it up? Or do we have any like spots?
No, but you can get a wet, dry. You need to go get a dry.
I get that.
You got it's up here. It's gotta be here. Which color do you want? I'll do it. You need a mirror, Randy. Look.
Do we need to grab a seat?
Yeah.
Here.
It
Okay,
needed to
look
be
at
dry.
that.
Okay. I think dry would work better. Dry.
Oh, here, look at that. Look at that.
Oh, that comes off really good. Here.
Is it
No,
not?
it is coming off.
Here, let's go sit down. Let's
You
go sit down over
baby.
here.
Okay, go. Won't you sit on this side of the back?
Yeah, we'll all sit in the corner.
Yeah, go.
Let's all sit.
Let's
Oh,
go.
you go sit down too. Come on, let's get your stuff. Let's go sit down. Come on, baby. Come on.
Good evening. My name's Bill Exchange. I want to say, 100 years. That's a long time. A lot of businesses, a lot of organizations, and a lot of people don't last years. And it's a big milestone for this club. I do want to appreciate everyone coming out tonight and showing up. I know it takes up a weekend for you, but we do appreciate you celebrating with us. And I am going to try my best not to drag it out all night long, because there's nothing worse than a banquet that lasts forever. So we're going to move right along, and I'm going to introduce Randy England. He's a past club president and a county commissioner.
Good evening. Once again, thank you for being with us tonight for 100 years for an exchange, and we're so proud to have you. I want to introduce our officials tonight, our county officials tonight, and I hope I've gotten everyone. I ask you to stand for a moment, but I want to welcome tonight our county executive, Mr. Terry Bell, our general sessions judge, Ryan Moore, our sheriff, Jackie Matheny, our district attorney, Matt Carville, and we have some commissioners with them. As you said, I was one of the commissioners, but we have also Stephen Glenn, Gary Martin, Harleen Brown, Scott Kelly, Kenny Moffitt, and we have Carl Bolden. Now, did I miss any city or county official? I tried to look very hard. I want to welcome you guys here, but welcome everyone tonight, and what's going to be a good evening. Sit back and enjoy, and we'll have some a nice dinner in just a few minutes. But we want to welcome you again for being here. Thank you.
Kelly, do you want to come up? Or Kelly Walker is going to be singing national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Be seated. I'm going to now ask Jimmy Priestley to come to give the invocation. He is club treasurer and club past president. Let us pray. Our Father, we thank you for this club's ability to serve our community for the last 100 years. Father, we thank you for those who are here tonight to celebrate this milestone with us. Father, the exchange clubs, like other community service organizations, are working simply to make their community a better place to live, to instill character in their members, and just to help their fellow man. And Father, the exchange clubs began with businessmen meeting to exchange ideas about how to make their particular communities a better place. Father, as we promote Americanism and proudly flying the American flag, child abuse prevention, and supporting our community in many other ways, we thank you for what this club has been able to do over the years. In our program tonight, we have listed our club leaders of the past, many names that we remember, but many leaders of their day that have passed on. And we thank you for their love and their commitment in our community. Father, thank you for this meal that we're about to enjoy, and we give you the glory for all that we're able to do. And in Jesus' name do we pray. Amen. We're getting ready to get our meal. Please take your plate with you because there's not one up there. And I got some bad news for some of you. The head table needs to go first. sorry over here, but we're going to start over here with the next table. So, hey, see me afterwards.
What's your band doing, sir? Where you right on my corner, on your corner. Hey, Rob.
Jennifer Woods, nice to meet you.
We need you in our club speaking.
Yes, and y'all need to renew your membership.
Well, then.
I'm sorry, that was
Hey,
but no, I was like, oh no,
we want you, you want us.
I want everybody.
Now, we used to have a membership here. We put out a hand. You spent all the money on tonight. Yeah.
Right.
Started out of the rich. I think some dollars. Yeah. We brought my fork for Symphony. Yeah, that would be nice. No.
Good to be seen. Hey, how you doing? Turning the roads up. Well, gotta work. Gotta get them youngins to college. God. Hey. Thank you.
Oh, wait a minute, it's 16. Oh, there it is.
I don't know. Hey, yours. You figure it out.
Two tens. Two tens. Oh, I got my bill. It is good. Can you bring me water when you get here? Take some more tea. All right. Next question. Say it. Go ahead.
Hope this works. For normal people.
Must sit down. It's a long song.
It being song starts.
One of the resolutions.
This one is the club, and these are all the individual. You can read one of those.
Yes, yeah, no, exactly. Thank you.
Are you going to be able to write it should work. Somebody had somebody bumped it. We'll find out here in a minute. It's a little precarious. Remember which button to push here. Not bad, eh? You better jump on.
How did you do?
There you go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ken Roberts. I happen to be a member of the McMinnville Exchange Club and a past national president. I am going to have the opportunity this evening to just share with you for a few minutes some of the things that our Exchange Club is privileged to do here in the community. I'm going to show you some pictures. We'll show you some of the things that we are privileged to do, some of them that we have done for many years and are a great source of pleasure to us this evening. So, one of the things we do, our Parade of Flags. This is probably one of our most visible projects. I think most of you here in Warren County have seen the opportunity as you go out North Chancery, where we place these flags along North Chancery Street on special occasions to sort of indicate one of the focuses of our Exchange Club is our Americanism, our patriotism. One of the this is part of the crew. We have been doing this particular project, putting the flags out, our Parade of Flags, for many years. It's a very labor-intensive project because we put the flags out and we have to take them back up. We care for our flags carefully in the meantime and replace them as they're damaged. One of the things you can see here is one of our programs that we look forward to giving is where we recognize people who have proudly flown our American flags. It's our project called Proudly We Hail. We recognize people that fly the flags either at home or at businesses on a regular basis, and this is the way we can encourage patriotic and appropriate flying of the American flag. One of the all right, this is one of the things that we have had the opportunity to do. We presented the National Guard Armory when it was set up out there, and after it had been opened a while, we presented them with one of the Proudly We Hail certificates, because as a part of what they do, they fly the American flag, of course, on a regular basis there at the National Guard Armory. One of the things we were privileged to do a little over a year ago, when our National Guard group here in McMinnville were deployed, we took the opportunity to recognize them by placing those flags all along the driveway there at the National Guard Armory. We felt like this was a way in which we could display our patriotism and our thanks and our appreciation for what they were doing as they deployed as part of our military service. Now, this is one of our favorite programs. This is called Give a Kid a Flag to Wave. You see that strange-looking title up there? It says "Give a Kid a Flag to Wave," all one word. That's I guess some grammarians would not appreciate us using that, but it's a really great project. It's a fun thing that we have the opportunity to do. On the 4th of July, we gather and we'll pass out the little American flags to the kids, and they seem to like that and appreciate it. I think it's Lester up there, and Lester, yeah, there's Lester passing out a flag to a little child there. Now, some of our Give a Kids are not always as young as you might think. One of the ways in which we proudly share our Americanism is with senior citizens. This was an opportunity where we took our Give a Kid a flags out to the Senior Citizen Center so that on the 4th of July, they would also have an opportunity to have a little flag to fly proudly that day. Now, one of the things that happens is, and I'm sure you recognize that as we put our flags out along North Chancery, they do get tattered and worn. Because of that, we have to replace them on a regular basis. We do have sponsors that help us replace those flags through a donation, and we recognize and appreciate their participation in that project. But disposing of American flags is done very carefully. One of the things that we instituted a number of years ago, typically an American flag is destroyed or decommissioned by carefully and appropriately, honorably burning it. One of the things we set up a program here a few years back to work with some of the local funeral homes. And when we donated the flags that were to be decommissioned, to be taken out of service, we donated some of those to the funeral homes so that as they were cremating a veteran, the flag could be placed with the veteran. And so the flag was cremated along with the veteran, honoring both the veteran and appropriately destroying the American flag. Kind of a neat program. That's something we instituted here. Here we see one of the Freedom Shrines, and Joe, I don't know if you had an opportunity to see that. I hope you will. One of the programs we have is to display, and we have them in a number of the county buildings and the city buildings, where it is a display of documents that are central to our American heritage. There are a number of documents. This is the most recent one we put up. It is out at the 3-Star Mall. If you have an opportunity to stop by, it's just around the corner from the Senior Citizen Center. Now, I know some of you don't know where that is because you haven't been out there and not eligible yet. But as you get the opportunity, you don't have to be a senior citizen to see our Freedom Shrine. Now, there's another program that goes along with the Freedom Shrine, and that's called the Milestones of Freedom. There is taught in elementary schools where we have placed one of the freedom displays. We have the opportunity to teach what the documents are. So the students will actually read the documents, understand the documents, and then take a little test and recognized for having passed the test on the Milestones of Freedom. Kind of an interesting program. Now, one of the things we do is we recognize people in our community that have donated and worked and served our community in so many different ways over the years. One of the programs we do is we recognize a Volunteer of the Year. Here, I expect many of you will recognize Bill Zeckman, where he was being honored as our Volunteer of the Year in that particular year. One of the programs we really look forward to. Now, the next program we see up here, one of our probably most prestigious awards that we give is our Book of Golden Deeds. Each year we try and recognize an individual, someone that for years and years has worked to make our community, our city, our county a better place to live. someone that has donated, worked tirelessly. It may be an individual basis. We, in this particular case, we were recognizing the Milner family. As all of you know, I believe here from our area, recognize that the Milner family with Dr. Pepper donated. I could not even begin to guess the time and effort and things that they have donated to make our community a better and stronger place. So we do that each year. So one of our Book of Golden Deeds plaques over here on the table if you have an opportunity to see it. But this is probably the most prestigious, normally individual award that is given to anyone in Warren County. We're privileged to present that on an annual basis once a year. Now, this is one of the programs that we especially been enjoying. I mentioned the Senior Citizens Center a minute ago. We started a number of years ago having a Christmas party for the senior citizens. We started, it's interesting, the brief story behind that. We used to have a Christmas party for kids. And then we realized that there were other groups in the community that were having Christmas parties for kids. And we thought, well, by golly, they're going to a number of Christmas parties, but there's a group that frequently gets overlooked at Christmas time. And so we decided at that point to have a Christmas party for the senior citizens. And this is something that we have been enjoying doing for a number of years. Well, come on. There we go. All right, this is, each year we have one of the fun projects that we do within our club is we'll have a chili cook-off. One of our programs generally in October, we will have the people, the members all will bring chili, and we'll have a judging contest and award particular recognition for the various categories of chili. Now, one of the things that we have found that works very well when we have our chili cook-off is we have to have independent judges. So as a consequence, what we have been doing is inviting a firefighter to come and be the judge of the chili contest. That seems to have worked very well. But at the same time, we take that opportunity to recognize a firefighter of the year for the service that they have given to our community in terms of protecting our community and making it a stronger and safer place to be. One of the things that we do here, this is where we've recognized an officer of the year. And we've worked with Sheriff Matheny and others, our police chief, to select an officer. And each year, generally during one of our programs, we will recognize that officer as the officer of the year. So here you see the officer being recognized along with our police chief there, who is also in the picture. One of the things we do to recognize and make our community a little bit stronger, we recognize our youth. We've talked about Americanism briefly. We've talked about some of the things we do within the community. The youth are our future. One of the things that we do is we will bring students in, seniors out of the high school, recognize them as a Youth of the Month, and from our Youth of the Month, we will recognize a Youth of the Year that is given a scholarship. That person is then eligible to continue on for a state competition and indeed a national competition. It's a very special honor that we have to recognize our youth, to encourage them to do their very best, and we look forward to recognizing them on an annual basis. One of the other ways we recognize our youth is we sponsor Boys State. This happens to be a picture of Boys State, Girls State. These are programs that the American Legion puts on that we contribute to help make it possible for some of the boys to go to Boys State and learn how to be better, stronger citizens. This is our national program of services, child abuse prevention. Some of you know that, but certainly that is probably our national emphasis, our national project, national program of service. We here in Warren County with the McMinnville Exchange Club try and do that in a variety of different ways. I'll share with you some of them in the next minute or two. One of the things we do in April is we've been putting the flags up there across from the courthouse. You have seen that on a number of occasions to recognize the child abuse prevention effort, and April being Child Abuse Prevention Month. This particular picture shows one of the ways in which we do that by contributing and supporting to some degree the Children's Advocacy Center that you're familiar with here, and the projects that they work with to support children that generally have been abused. This particular picture shows one of the opportunities we have taken. We have gone out to the pregnancy center and will present materials dealing with shaken baby and child abuse prevention. You know, babies don't come with a how-to instruction booklet. So as a consequence, one of the things that we try and do is through the materials that are made available to us through the National Exchange Club, we will share those and give them to expectant mothers so that they can have information that will help to protect their baby just as they I'm sure, choose to do. This is one of the things we have been doing for a number of years is we recognize that when a newborn baby is ready to leave the hospital, they have to have a seat suitable to protect them in the transportation away from the hospital and onto the home. We recognize that many parents will have be able to afford on their own the car seats that are needed to transport their newborn. But in some cases, we have parents that are just not in a position to do that. So as a consequence, one of the things that we have done is have donated some of the infant carriers for the expectant moms. This particular program, this particular award is one that we're very, very proud of. You'll see over here on the table the E.W. Sprague Award. Annually, the E.W. Sprague Award is given to the outstanding club in Tennessee. That award has been presented for, I have no idea how long, years and years and years and years, and even some more years past that. One of the, when they originally started the E.W. Sprague Award to recognize the outstanding exchange club in Tennessee, they set up the criteria that if any club won the Sprague Award 3 years in succession, that they got to retire the trophy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the trophy that we retired is sitting over here on this table. I'm proud to be able to share that with you this evening. Well, I think you've heard enough from me. It's been my privilege to share with you just a few of the projects and programs that we here at the McMinnville Exchange Club are privileged to do with your support and encouragement. Now it's time to have our keynote speaker, and I'm going to ask Neva England if she will come and introduce our keynote speaker for the evening. Neva?
Good evening, everybody. How did you like the meal tonight? We'd like to thank Janice Kinnemer with Keepsake Catering for our meal tonight. Tonight we are celebrating the McMinnville Evening Exchange Club's 100th anniversary. Thank you for everyone who came out to share this special evening with us. Tonight we are not just celebrating a birthday, we're marking a century of dedication, 100 years of unity for service, a testament to the unwavering spirit of the McMinnville Evening Exchange Club. Local clubs build stronger communities, and the current and past members, leaders, and supporters have worked tirelessly in preventing child abuse, and those efforts have helped millions of children. To all who have come before us, thank you for laying the foundation. This centennial isn't just about looking back, it's about launching into the next 100 years. Before I introduce our speaker, I'd like to ask Terry Bell, our Warren County Executive, to come forward, please. Would all of the Exchange Club members please stand?
First off, I want to thank you for having me here for your special occasion. Y'all been a great addition to our community and trying to do something for the Exchange Club. we issued a proclamation recognizing the Exchange Club of McMinnville on the occasion of its 100th anniversary. Whereas the Exchange Club of McMinnville, Tennessee, chartered in 1926, has served as a steadfast force for good in Warren County for a full century, dedicating itself to strengthening families, supporting youth, promoting Americanism, and uplifting the community through service. And whereas for 100 years, the Exchange Club has embodied the highest ideals of civic responsibility, volunteerism, and community leadership, contributing immeasurably to the well-being and the quality of life of the citizens of McMinnville and Warren County. And whereas the Exchange Club of McMinnville has played a vital role in advancing child abuse prevention efforts, recognizing outstanding students, community heroes, supporting local charitable initiatives, and fostering a spirit of patriotism and unity across generations. And whereas the members of the Exchange Club, past and present, have given generously of their time, talents, and resources, demonstrating a century-long commitment to service that continues to inspire and strengthen Warren County. And whereas the year of 2026 marks the 100th anniversary of the Exchange Club of McMinnville, a milestone that reflects endurance, dedication, leadership, and a legacy of service that has shaped our community for the better. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the Warren County Commission and its executive, Terry Bell, that the Warren County, Tennessee hereby recognizes and honors the Exchange Club of McMinnville for its 100 years of distinguished service to McMinnville, Warren County. And be it further resolved that the Warren County Executive and the County Commission extend their deepest appreciation to the members of the McMinnville Exchange Club for their century of contributions, encouragement, continued support of the club's mission of strengthening families, promoting community service, and building a better future for all residents of Warren County. In the witness hereof, we have hereto set our hands and cause this proclamation to be entered into the official record on the 16th day of March, 2026. And we congratulate y'all for all y'all done for our community.
Thank you, Terry.
Thank you, Terry. Before I introduce our keynote speaker, you will be able to watch the interview that Joe and Randy and I did with WCPI March the 25th at 9 o'clock. So if y'all want to, I'm sorry? Listen to it. I'm sorry. Don't watch it. Listen to it. There you go. Okay. Randy and I were fortunate enough to get to go to Connecticut and visit with Joe and his club. And Joe took very good care of us while we were there. So we were able to take Joe out for dinner last night, and we're going to show him around tomorrow. So I'll tell you a little bit about him. Joe joined the National Exchange Club in 2003 as a member of the Exchange Club of Norwalk, Connecticut. Since then, he has built 5 clubs and is currently a member of 8, 6 in the Connecticut district and 2 in the New England district. He was elected to the National Board of Trustees in 2022 and previously served as Region 12 Vice President. Joe also serves as a volunteer field representative for both Connecticut and the New England District Exchange Clubs. Professionally, Joe is the Executive Director of Help for Kids, the Exchange Club Center for the Prevention of Child Abuse of Southern Connecticut. A highlight of his past year was celebrating the center's 35th anniversary. Prior to his nonprofit work, Joe spent 30 years in the corporate media world with Cox Enterprises, serving as general manager of their international media division. Joe is part of a proud 3-generation exchange family, following in the footsteps of his father, Irwin, formerly of Highland, New York. He now serves alongside his 2 daughters, Megan and Caitlin, in the Exchange Club of Westport, Connecticut. I'd like to introduce to you the National Exchange Club President, Joe Dudek.
Thank you, Neva. And thank you, everyone, for coming here for this great celebration. I can't tell you how honored I am to be here to celebrate 100 years of service to the community. It's an honor to be here to see the members and understand the past members and hopefully future members of this great club for their commitment to this community. I look forward to many future opportunities to come back to McMinnville to look at the great things that continue to happen here through this wonderful Exchange Club. Thank you, Bill and Neva, for having me, and to the entire board of directors and members for inviting me here to be here tonight to help participate in this wonderful achievement of the Exchange Club of McMinnville. Now, Ken went through a bunch of things that the club has done, and I was going to touch on a little bit of that. But for those of you that don't know the history of Exchange, the National Exchange Club started in 1911 in Detroit, Michigan. And so it's only just a few years later that the Exchange Club of McMinnville started here. So they had a quick start after the National Exchange Club had started. And it just shows the commitment to this community that the past and current members have to supporting this community in our programs of service. And again, Ken went through a bunch of the programs, but I want to touch on them just really briefly. Americanism obviously is what we do in honoring our nation and the history of this great country. The National Exchange Club is honored to be a partner in America 250 this year. So all across the country, our exchange clubs will be having activities in celebration of America 250. And we invite all of you to join the McMinnville Exchange Club to help celebrate America 250 and raise the visibility of the celebration, and especially the education of our students about how important it is for them to understand how blessed we are to be in this great nation, and how important it is for us not just to celebrate, but to understand the great freedoms and liberties we have because of our founding fathers. And one of the things, again, Ken talked about is our Freedom Shrine. That is a reminder of where we came from and what we must always keep in mind as we move forward in the future for this great nation. We do lots of things in the Americanism, the flags that Ken had talked about. They give a kid a flag to wave. So proudly we hail. I know the club honors local businesses and citizens that fly the flag correctly with a light on it or take it down at night. That's an honor to honor our local businesses and citizens for flying the flag so proudly within their community. We look forward to many additional Americanism opportunities for the Exchange Club in McMinnville, and hope that we will honor them in another 100 years based on the community involvement and what goes on. The community service that the McMinnville Exchange Club does, as we just heard, the Officer of the Year, the Fireman of the Year, the Senior Citizens Christmas Party, donations to Meals on Wheels, and everything that they do in order to support the local community falls under our community service umbrella, and they continue to do it on a regular basis. They can only do it again with the support of the local community as part of the Exchange family that we are here today. Our prevention of child abuse by donating money to the CSC centers, by raising visibility. Next month is April, the National Prevention of Child Abuse Month. I know they'll be putting out a field of flags out to remind people that it is Prevention of Child Abuse Month, and again, raise awareness that we need to help support families that may not be quite aware of how to raise their children in a safe environment. Unfortunately, as Ken said, an instruction booklet does not come with having a baby. And so we look forward to supporting those that need additional education, who may not have been raised in a proper environment themselves, and what we call breaking the chain of abuse by educating and supporting families to raise their children appropriately. And I know that the club donates child car seats to families when they leave the hospital if they're not able to afford car seats. All things very important that this club continues to do in the prevention of child abuse. And then, of course, the youth programs and scholarships that the club does is very, very important to encourage our youth to continue to move forward in their education, whether it be on the university level or trade school level. It is very important for our students to have the support of the community, knowing that they are supported by those around them and they will be able to succeed for the future of this community. Now, we have a lot of great leaders here. As Ken had mentioned, he's a past national president from 2001, 2002. Ken, if not for leaders like you, the National Exchange Club would not be here today, as well as the McMinnville Exchange Club, because of the dedication of our great leaders. And we have a couple other leaders that I do want to point out that are here. Wayne Tucker is a past regional vice president. Wayne, thank you for coming. We have our current regional vice president, Judy Hartman. Thank you for coming. And current Tennessee District President Gene Smith, thank you for coming. So it's through strong leadership, as we all know, we have strong local leadership here. It's through strong leadership that we thrive. And we ask all of you to not only to support the McMinnville Exchange Club, but consider joining the McMinnville Exchange Club so we can help the community for generations to come. It is only, again, through our partnership with the community that Exchange thrives. And we look forward to many, many, many years here at McMinnville with the community and a thriving Exchange Club. So please take that into consideration as you leave here today. Now, we have some exciting things to move on to. We have some resolutions and proclamations because of this great day that we're celebrating. So first, I'm going to read the resolution from the National Exchange Club on the 100th anniversary. So expressing thanks and appreciation to the Exchange Club of McMinnville, Tennessee. Whereas the Exchange Club of McMinnville, Tennessee, chartered on January 19th, 1926, will celebrate its 100th anniversary in 2026. And whereas the Exchange Club of McMinnville, Tennessee exemplifies the best traditions of our exchange organization, actively participating in the programs of service of the National Exchange Club and making valuable contributions to the lives of the citizens of McMinnville. And whereas the National Exchange Club and the Tennessee District Exchange Clubs enthusiastically recognize and acknowledge the selflessness contributions of service made by the members of the Exchange Club of McMinnville, Tennessee. And whereas the National Exchange Club celebrates the Exchange Club of McMinnville, Tennessee for its distinguished 100-year history and eagerly anticipates their future impact on the McMinnville community. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the National Exchange Club and its National Board of Directors express sincere thanks and appreciation to the members of the Exchange Club of McMinnville, Tennessee, for all the contributions made in the true spirit of exchange toward the betterment of their community during these past 100 years. And be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be presented to the Exchange Club of McMinnville, Tennessee, with the best wishes for continued success in future endeavors. Signed, yours truly, Joe Dudek, National President, and Tracy Edwards, Chief Executive Officer. Congratulations. Now, with that, we also have celebrations of very historic members that have been with the McMinnville Exchange Club for just a couple years. So I'm going to read one particular that is head and shoulders above some of the other ones. I'm going to read the resolution of one member, and then we'll give the names and years of the other members afterward to come up and take the resolution with them. But the first one I'm going to read is expressing thanks and appreciation to Lester Cowell, member of the Exchange Club of McMinnville, Tennessee. Whereas Lester Cowell is being honored for bestowing long-time dedicated service to Exchange, and whereas Lester exemplifies the best traditions of our Exchange organization, actively participating in the programs of service to the National Exchange Club and making invaluable contributions to the lives of the citizens of McMinnville since first joining the Exchange Club 53 years ago on March 1st, 1973. Whereas the National Exchange Club recognizes and acknowledges the selfless contributions of service made by Lester, not only to the Exchange Club of McMinnville, but also to the Tennessee District and the national organization. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the National Exchange Club and its National Board of Directors express sincere thanks and appreciation to Lester for demonstrating true dedication and devotion to the spirit of exchange and the guidance afforded the Exchange Club through the years. And be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be transmitted to the Exchange Club of McMinnville, Tennessee, for a special presentation to Lester Cowell. Now, before I present this to Lester, I have another resolution presentation here from the Exchange Club of McMinnville, Tennessee, presents this special recognition to Lester Cowell in honor of an exceptional milestone of dedication and service. This certificate recognizes your perfect attendance at meetings of the McMinnville Exchange Club since 1973. Honestly, I don't know how that's possible. For more than 5 decades, right? 53 years, Lester, your unwavering commitment has exemplified the highest levels of the Exchange Club service, fellowship, and community leadership. Your remarkable record of attendance reflects not only personal discipline and loyalty, but also a deep and enduring devotion to the mission of strengthening our community. Your steadfast presence has inspired generations of members and stands as a testament to the values that have shaped the Exchange Club of McMinnville for over a century. With sincere appreciation and admiration, we honor your extraordinary achievement. Yep. Again, it's only through leaders like Lester that this Exchange Club and Exchange Clubs across the country are able to do the great work that we do in our communities. Thank you, Lester. So now we have other distinguished members that we would like to present resolution to for their years committed to the McMinnville Exchange Club. Jimmy Priestley, 50 years dedication. I know it's pretty tough being here 50 years and not being the most senior in the crowd. Ken Roberts, 49 years. Bill Brock, 45 years. Lita Roberts, 35 years. Mary Jane Bell, 31 years. And Randy England, 28 years. Again, it is truly my honor to be here. As I travel around the country visiting exchange clubs, it warms my heart every time to see the great work they do in the communities. And that is the success of the National Exchange Club. It is not the national board and what we do on the board. It is not our national headquarters and what we do at the national headquarters. It is what our clubs do day in and day out in support of our communities, making our communities better places to live. So thank you all for coming here and celebrating the Exchange Club of McMinnville. And please continue to support the Exchange Club and join the Exchange Club when it seems fit for you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Joe, we do appreciate you coming and speaking to us tonight. I know you have probably an unbelievable schedule being national president, and you have to work for a living too. You got to hold a job to do this. We would like to present you with this plaque presented for our 100th anniversary.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I will honor it. Thank you very much. Very special. Thank you.
All right. I told you it wouldn't take too long tonight. Closing remarks. Let me get some people who have to be thanked. These things just don't fall out of the sky and happen. We've had a decorating committee we need to thank. We've got Westwood Church to thank for this building, facilities, and able to use it. Janice Kinnemer for our meal. Appreciate that. Larry Garrett, I don't know if he's still here or not. For our music, if you would like to get in contact, here's some cards he left here tonight. I want to thank other exchange clubs for coming tonight. They have traveled some distance to be here with us. Also, as I said, Joe, we do appreciate him coming. We had sponsors for this. We didn't feel like we should charge anybody for this. If you look on the back of your program, you'll see sponsors who helped us out tonight, from everything from decorating of the tables to just financially in some ways. We do meet the first and third Tuesday of every month. We meet at the Robotics Center. Larry Flatt has been generous enough to let us meet out there, and we appreciate that. And the center, it's a great place. If you've never visited that center, well, we've got a gym in this county. Go see it. We're always needing members. If you look around, you heard some pretty high numbers of members. We're always hunting members. You young people, y'all got to keep this going, because we've carried the ball for, Priestley says 50 years. I don't know if he has or not. Always looking for new members. Now, we're not, and you heard about what we do and what we give and financially here. We don't give a lot of money away, but we do give money away and try to help out youth and programs, Meals on Wheels and things like that. And you're probably thinking, well, where'd they get all this money? They must be busting their members' billfold. No, we don't. Fair parking. If you've ever been to the fair in this community, we're the ones parking the cars as you come in the front right there, just right behind the stock barn. That's where we park cars. We've done it for years. You know, $5 to park a car. That $5 funds all of our projects. So when you drive by, don't drive by and say, hey, Bill, how you doing? I'm going to be doing this. Come in. Come in. That's how we fund our programs. No other way. We don't ask anybody. We don't ask our members. Dues that our members pays for our meals and our meeting that particular night, and we don't commingle the money. We keep them separate. So come join us. It's a lot of fun. We get to hear a lot of speakers, unusual speakers from just Chamber of Commerce. I saw her here a minute ago. We're going to get her to come speak to us. We've had people like that. We've had Terry Bell. We've had in the past, we've had tattoo artists come and speak to us, funeral directors, you know. And he kind of looked at our age and looked around and kind of grinned a little bit. He's working up some clients, I think. Come join us or come to a meeting. Just ask one of the members, hey, I want to come to a meeting and just see what y'all do. And we don't have a long meeting, do we, Ken? About an hour, we try to get you out of there. We meet at 6 o'clock, and by 7, you're pretty well out of there unless you just want to hang around yourself. Take this program that you have here, take it with you. Look in there at the past presidents. Look at the Sprague Awards members. You'll recognize some names: Book of Golden Deeds, Exchange Guy of the Year, Community Recipient of the Year. Look at those and see if you don't remember some people. One other thing, and I didn't mention it, the flags we put on Chancery Street. We try our best to work off donations to do that. And Ken mentioned we replaced the flags. You'd be shocked how many flags we go through. They just don't last. And believe me, we buy American. I don't know. We try. They wear out. I mean, within a year, we can go through a flag. It'll get whipped out there so much. If you got a veteran or somebody you want to honor or anything like that, see Jimmy Priestley. He will be more than glad to let you donate to that project. We try to get the businesses out there to do it, and there's just, not a lot of them can, but individuals can. And we'll contact you every year. So it's like a revolving charge account if you ever remember those. Once you get on it, you're on it forever. So come join us in that activity. Is there anything else? You got anything? Ian, you got anything? Good. All right. We need to come up here. We're not changing presidents tonight, but I made a comment one time. I've been president before, and I said the best thing for a club president to hear is past president. Whitney's our incoming president-elect. She won't be taking over what? I don't know. Yeah, well, I'll let her take over later. But she's going to be our incoming president. At the end of every meeting, we say the Pledge of Allegiance. Every meeting. So if you would stand, and she will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. And we do have one thing. Janice, do you want those gone? Do you want those gone? Yes. If you know of somebody who needs a meal, take 1, take 2, take 3. If you know somebody you can take a meal to tonight or tomorrow, feel free.
Sure.
Thank you. Well, I didn't think about that.